Vice Chancellor Sir, I request you to declare the convocation open.
I declare the convocation open. Her Excellency Shrimati Margaret Alba, members of the Board of Governors, Mrs. Khaitan, Mr. Ramachandran, Professor Rao, directors of our campuses, Professor Adurama, Professor Mittal, Professor Raman, members of the Senate, faculty and staff of Pilani campus, the graduating class of 2012 from Pilani, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. It is my proud privilege to welcome you to this happy occasion and to present the convocation report on this occasion. It is a special honor for us to have Her Excellency Shrimati Margaret Alba, Governor of Rajasthan, as our chief guest on this momentous occasion. Before assuming the office of the Governor of Rajasthan in May 2012, she was Governor of Uttarakhand during 2009 to 2012, a five-time member of the Parliament during 1974 to 2004. She has been at various times the Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs, Youth Affairs, Women and Child Development, Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions. As an active parliamentarian, she spearheaded legislation on many issues, including women's rights, marriage laws, equal remuneration for women, and quotas for women in local politics. We are indeed indebted to you, Your Excellency Shrimati Margaret Alba, for graciously and readily accepting our invitation to be the chief guest for Convocation 2012 at Pilani. I will now present the report on BITS Pilani and its four campuses taken together. The report highlights its achievements while bringing out its future plans and the challenges BITS Pilani faces going forward. Professor Adurama, Director of the Pilani campus, will present a separate report that is specific to the Pilani campus. As you are aware, BITS Pilani was declared deemed to be university by UGC in 1964. It offers undergraduate, postgraduate and PhD programs in science, engineering, pharmacy, management and social sciences to over 11,000 students from its four campuses in Pilani, Goa, Hyderabad and Dubai. While today's students in the undergraduate programs account for nearly 88% of the student body, we expect the share of postgraduate and PhD students to grow from the current 12% to 25% by year 2020. These numbers reveal, but only partly, our growing emphasis on pursuing an agenda for research that aims to grow the number of PhD students from the current figure of 510 to over 2,000 PhD students by the year 2020. I'm happy to report that BITS Pilani was, in 2005, the first institution in India to conduct BITSAT, an online examination for admission to its undergraduate programs. This summer, approximately 115,000 students took the exam at 32 centers, including the one in Dubai. Students have the option of taking the exam in any one of 50 sessions conducted in 21 days. Such is our commitment to using technology and to making our admissions process fair, transparent and efficient. Most other institutions in the country have now woken up to the potential use of IT in admissions. Your Excellency, you will be pleased to note that during the academic year 2011-12, nearly 2,700 students have graduated from BITS with a degree in either of its 19 undergraduate or 21 postgraduate programs offered by our 4 campuses. Of these, 350 or so will graduate with 2 degrees under the dual degree program, an option that only BITS provides to its students. In additional 28 students have graduated this year with a PhD. In the coming years, we expect these numbers to grow significantly. By year 2015, the number of students completing an undergraduate or postgraduate degree is expected to surpass 3,600, and those graduating with a PhD to exceed 100. Thus far, I have reported on programs that we run for students who reside on our 4 campuses. You are probably aware of BITS's pioneering role in running formal academic programs for professionals working in the industry, and we've been doing this for the past 33 years. Today, over 18,000 industry professionals are admitted into one of its 24 programs that leads to an undergraduate or postgraduate degree. Clearly, these programs allow industry professionals a second chance to obtain a formal degree or to upgrade their skills in keeping with a fast-changing environment and world. Justifiably and invariably, BITS is ranked amongst the top 10 publicly or privately funded engineering institutions in India. And this is improving year on year. But that standing is mainly on account of its emphasis on excellence in teaching, its 7-month internship to the practice school program, as also upon soft skill development. Clearly, we are not content with that. Going forward, we will aspire to be listed as one of India's top 3 research-led technical institutes in India by 2015 and be counted amongst the leading 25 technical universities in Asia by 2030. And to realize that dream, we have begun to define and implement a number of projects under the umbrella project called Vision 2020, Mission 2012 that will enhance our capability and capacity to excel in both teaching and research and innovation. I will outline some of those initiatives. I will focus later on the 2 challenges that we will address head-on. Having benchmarked our curriculum against those of the best universities in India or overseas, BITS has revamped, redesigned and implemented all its curricula starting 2011. We are convinced the future graduates from BITS will make for better industry leaders, given that the revised curricula caters to increased exposure to humanities and to increased hands-on lab work. Going forward, this will also help attract foreign students to seek admission to our programs. Second, our attempts to expand our basic and applied research programs are now beginning to yield dividends. Not only have we doubled the enrollment of PhD scholars, we have begun to see larger number of sponsored R&D projects being funded by government and industry. Our success in this domain will be seen by other universities in the private sector as a workable model for promoting research and innovation. Third, BITS's aggressive plan to recruit research-focused faculty is now paying off. We are attracting unprecedented number of applications for faculty positions. While only 2% or so of those who have applied are offered a position, 9 out of 10 candidates who will make an offer accept our offer. We remain confident of filling up all our faculty positions with top-class PhDs from the finest universities in India or from abroad. Some of these may even be faculty who are not of Indian origin. Fourth, the implementation of a full-scope ERP system to capture online the complete student life cycle from admissions to graduation is fast moving forward. This will be in place fully later in this academic year. Fifth, our plan to invest in upgrading our physical and lab infrastructure to international standards is gaining traction. Project Parivartan in Pilani campus envisages an investment of over 400 crore rupees to renovate or expand housing for students, housing for faculty, and other academic areas. Professor Raghurama, Director of Pilani campus, will have more to say about Project Parivartan. Similar projects for expanding our capacity to cater to increased number of students in Hyderabad and Goa are on the anvil. The renovation of lab and other IT infrastructure is being taken up this coming year. These and many other initiatives are part of a larger plan to grow the student body significantly over the next decade, while transforming BITS to become one of India's finest research-focused science and technology institutions. We believe these steps will prepare us to effectively meet with the growing challenges of the coming years. I will focus on two challenges. These relate to induction and retention of research-focused talent and creation of lab infrastructure to support research or innovation. We have seen an explosive growth in the number of colleges and universities that offer undergraduate or postgraduate programs in science and engineering in India. This is to be expected, given that a growing number of young people seek to move ahead in their lives to higher technical education. We've also witnessed a huge decline in standards of education to the point that a majority of our graduates in science or engineering are unemployable. To a large extent, the prime reason is lack of motivated, talented young men and women who wish to take up the teaching or research career in India. BITS Pilani has assigned the highest priority to recruiting the best talent available anywhere in the world. Today, across its 4 campuses, BITS has over 650 faculty members, resulting in a student-to-faculty ratio of 16 students to 1 faculty. In the coming years, we expect to hire faculty aggressively so as to achieve a ratio of 12:1 by year 2020. A ratio that will leave enough time to faculty to engage in meaningful research or innovation. As I said earlier, we are beginning to see some success in this area. Funding to create lab infrastructure that will support research by a growing community of faculty and PhD students is the major challenge we face. It is anybody's guess as to what will it take to create lab infrastructure necessary to support 2,000 PhD students. Given the disciplines that BITS has emphasized over the years, BITS has decided to invest over 200 crore rupees in upgrading or expanding research infrastructure. To fund this expansion in research capacity, we look to industry and to government agencies such as DST to fund this in the form of sponsored R&D projects. I am happy to report that our efforts in this area are beginning to bear fruit. It thereby gives us the confidence to raise the required resources to expand our capability and capacity to undertake research and innovation. The above challenge of sourcing funds to expand capacity is compounded by the fact that we are an independent university that does not receive budgetary or maintenance support from any government, any business, or a family. BITS relies completely upon itself to generate resources from tuition fees paid by on-campus students and off-campus students. I must share with you that the tuition fee at BITS Pilani is the most competitive amongst all its peers. And even so, BITS ensures that 25% of all undergraduate students will receive some form of tuition aid. 50% of all postgraduate and PhD students will receive a stipend in addition to a tuition aid. This is the challenge before any independent university that wishes to pursue an agenda that is driven by research. We look forward to NHRD, UGC, and other organizations of the government to find ways to empower universities such as ours to expand their research programs. Before I close, I would like my faculty and staff to join me in congratulating all our students who will graduate today from our campus in Pilani. To them, to the students who are graduating this year, I hope you were able to get the most of what BITS Pilani had to offer, and that you will use your knowledge and experience fruitfully to serve the people of this country and those elsewhere. I wish you all the very best in your lives, both professionally and personally. And as you move forward in your life, do reflect upon the many contributions that your family, your teachers, and your communities have made to your lives. Do remain connected with your alma mater and visit us whenever you yearn to relive some of the fine moments of BITS. Congratulations once again to all of you. Your Excellency, Shrimati Margaret Alva, thank you once again for readily agreeing to be with us at this very joyous moment. I'm certain my faculty, staff and students are eagerly waiting to hear the convocation address. I would also like to thank Mrs. Manjushri Kiban, member of our Board of Governors, for accepting our invitation to share her thoughts with the class of 22 from Pilani campus. Last but not the least, I want to thank my faculty and staff in Pilani and elsewhere for their commitment to excel in every aspect of teaching and research, both inside and outside the classroom. Their continued effort helps BITS Pilani retain its position as one of the toppest destinations in India for students, faculty and resources and recruiters. Our Chancellor, Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla, is unable to be present with us today because of his other commitments and his travel abroad. He has, however, requested me to share his good wishes with students graduating from Pilani this year. And I quote, "Today you commence a new phase in your professional lives when your wings will take you to new destinations without the comfort, shelter and caring of the homes you were born in or the institutions and campuses that nurtured you. It is my fervent hope that BITS has prepared you well, not just to commence your professional lives with competence, capability and confidence, but as men and women who will shape our society and our country in the coming decades. Bring passion to your endeavors, bring the fire in you and the sparkle in your eyes to every task you set yourself to. Skills and capabilities you have, there is no doubt about this. The world was shaped by men and women whose restlessness with the status quo drove them to do things differently, to do them well, and do them with a deep concern for the well-being of all their fellow men and women. I am confident so will you. The opportunities India and the world afford today are limitless. Grab them and shape your lives and shape the world. Just as the reputation of BITS Pilani has been shaped by the quality of men and women who walk through these portals, you will shape BITS' reputation in the coming years. Today is your day. I congratulate each one of you who will graduate from BITS Pilani. Thank you very much for your attention. May I now request Mrs. Manjushri Kiban to share her thoughts to the graduating class of 2012.